So, hello everyone, Lau here. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, my name is Lau. I'm a vintage toy collector. Yes, and this is the short version of my toy collection tour. I usually do a very long videos, like where I go into detail of what's on my shelves. Not every single collectible thing in there, but the videos tend to get 1.5 hours long or something like that. I know that a lot of you, or also maybe people who are new to the channel, don't want to watch these long videos. So I intended to make a short version. I usually wanted to do that also for the last one. I kind of do these like collection tour videos every half a year. But this time I really want to do it. So it will be an intro and an outro here, and the rest will be, I will show everything, but I will just do small like voiceovers probably. That's how at least I want to do that. You see that I'm standing here. I'm standing in my living room. I'm living in a just 2-room apartment in Berlin, Germany. I'm living by myself, so my collection is spread out across these 2 rooms. Most of the stuff is in my living room. I'm standing here in my living room, and yeah, my main collections, you maybe can already see that from the color scheme here, are the like girly toys from the 80s and 90s. A little bit of older stuff, but most of it is in that range, and then a little bit of newer stuff. So I also have like newer My Little Ponies. They're not brand new, but they are newer than they're not considered vintage. I have a small collection of like more like boyish toys, what you would consider more boyish. So I collect also Star Wars, and I have a couple of things that I picked up at flea markets, like Street Sharks, a little bit of like He-Man and that stuff, but very small part, and that's in my bedroom. So yeah, what else can I tell you? To be honest, I should shut up now, take the camera, show you around, and you will hear my voiceover. So have fun with that.
Okay, let's start with the first overview over the complete room. By the way, please remember that this has been shot the same day like my long version of the room tour. So a lot of stuff that I unboxed in the last videos that you saw are not yet on the shelves in this video. So it's exactly the same stuff on the shelves as in the long version. From my little corner of pony blanket and pillow and a big G3 baby, let's turn over to this little display that I have not showed you in the other video. It's just an assortment of little modern toys such as Chopkins and some Mickey ears. So it's not that important in my toy display, but well, yeah, here you can see a couple of premium Promise pony artwork on the wall and also on the side of one of my pony shelves. And yeah, here is my first pony shelf. Mainly the more modern generation, so G3.5 and G3. Here you can see all of my G3s are in there. Some Ponyvilles, so the small ones in the front. I don't collect them really intentionally, but when I get them at flea markets as gifts or in lots, I'm really happy to take them. And on top of the G3s, there are the G4s. I kind of collect them the same way. They're not like my main collection, but they are really sweet. And I tried to organize them by color, by rainbow color. So looks like lots of doubles, but I don't have really double ponies. It's just a lot of double characters for the Generation 4. And even higher on top, so right on top of the shelf, there are more modern toys. So some of the Poopsie Slime Surprise line, some Zelfs, and Fantasy Friends and all that. All those with the lashes and the real glass eyes. And a little bit to the left you can see some Generation 1 My Little Pony items. Peachy, who came with the Pretty Parlor, and you can see the box and the Pretty Parlor. I don't have it complete, but you know, I like to display it. Such a classic piece. I have a pony puzzle and also a Lady Lovelocks puzzle back in the back and a little custom pony. Yeah, these dolls, they're not vintage, they are semi-modern, you know, Ever After High, Monster High, and One LOL OMG. I like to sit them down there, although they don't go very well with the next topic, which is those Rainbow Brite toys. They are vintage, they are from the 80s. And down below, the next vintage shelf, the first G1 My Little Pony shelf that you see here. Yeah, those are all of my flutter ponies. I really love that set. I have a full set. That's all the flutter ponies ever released. But their wings, most of them are reproduction wings. Right down below, there are actually some toys that I never thought I would collect. Those bigger sized dolls from the late 80s and early 90s. So, you know, Little Miss, PJ Sparkle, Susie Snapshot, all those. And the horse actually also belongs to PJ Sparkles, but she's the start here of some of the plush that I have. The Rainbow Bunny on the right was my childhood one, but there's also Care Bear and the parents of the Snugglebums. This is actually the plushie pile that I have. It's on top of one of my shelves, so the left unit. I have Pobbles, a Monchichi, Doodle Bear, some other Care Bears. So it's a hodgepodge, but I found actually all of it at flea markets, so I'm pretty proud. I know you've been waiting for it. Here are the G1 ponies. Yes, so it starts with the very classic collector's pose ponies, the ones that were first released, and some others that also share the same pose. Super classic, so they need to be on top of all of them. And the next ones are also pretty early ponies, so some of the early Earth ponies like Bowtie, Applejack, Lickety Split, and some of the early unicorns. You've got Moon Dancer and Gusty and all of those, Firefly, and yeah, the first set of rainbow ponies, of course, and also some of the very early babies. So this is so fun to look at. Super colorful, the tropical ponies, the rocket beat ponies, the roller skate ponies, and the dance and prance ponies. The first row always is baby ponies, and then there are 3 rows of adult ponies. So here are some more sets like Twinkle Eyes, and I have the Twice as Fancies there. Well, there's also Powder, but most of them are twice as fancy in that row. There are also some that don't have a set really, but the 4 on the left side are the Sunshine ponies that have changing hair color in UV light. And here are some of the very cute first tooth baby ponies. So, well, yeah, there you can see some more classics like Majesty and Spike that actually go to the Dream Castle that I don't have. Some of the Precious Pocket and Talking ones, School Times, and those sparkly ponies. Yes, they are the sparkle ponies. The ones you can see here that have a slightly different pose than the normal adult ones are called the Sweetheart Sisters, and I've got a lot of them, as I can see here. And some are babies in the front, so these are called the Fancy Pants babies. Yep. Some of my double ponies, all of my bride ponies, some of my sweet berry ponies, some of my flower ponies. Oh my goodness, I cannot even... A romance pony. Oh yes, and of course I cannot forget about my beloved second set of rainbow ponies. And 2 little baby brothers, playtime baby brothers in the front. Well, these are fakies. I don't really like fakies. Most of them go just in there, but you will also see some fakies scattered around in my other collection displays that I really like. But yeah, this is the main unit with most of my Generation 1 ponies. So another glimpse of the flutters that I have showed you already. Yes, I did start also collect for Barbie. I mainly go for the 80s and 90s Barbies with the superstar face, you know, poofy over-the-top gowns, beautiful mermaids, wonderful painted faces, very, very bold and colorful. But I also do have some that are not Barbie on the shelf. So there's a Petra and there's a 90s Cindy. but you can probably see what my aesthetic is here. Not a lot of them are complete or even wearing their correct outfits, but I just love the aesthetic, especially this Skipper face. I love Skipper so much. But, well, there's more than Barbie on the shelf. As you can see, there's lots of these lovely brushable animals that are kind of like ponies, but they're not ponies, you know. They are the little pretty kitties and puppies. On the left, those are snuggle bums, so they are the snuggle pets or snuggle bugs. Well, there's also some Barbie stuff. This is a swan that belongs into a Barbie line, and this swan goes to Fairywinkles. Oh yeah, these super small ponies, those are from the world's smallest series. And, well, the majority on this shelf is Lady Lovely Locks. Yes, it's a wonderful toy line from the late 80s. Those kitties, the one on the right, so now on the left side, those belong to Lady Lovely Locks. And it's a toy line with dolls, you can see them, but also with animals and little fairies and lovely, these super cute hair clips that are called pixie tails. They go to them. This toy line is so enchanted. It's so fairy tale princess. You know, there's a Prince Strongheart, and all of those wonderful details. These horses, actually, the yellow one is a Fashion Star filly, but the purple one also belongs to Lady Lovely Locks. So that's Silky Mane. I think I have collected now all of the pieces that go to her, so she's now complete. Such a wonderful piece. The horse itself I once found at a flea market. I was pretty proud of that. And yeah, anyone else that loves the vintage Polly Pockets? Here they are. Yes, I have 4 dedicated units on my shelf for my vintage Polly Pockets, and these are the more unique shaped ones, so some of the animal heads. There you have Crown Palace, Sparkle Ballerina, the big Cinderella castle in the middle. Some other compacts that are actually just from McDonald's that belong to Disneyland. Some more of the animal shaped pet parades. The pretty rare Shooting Star one, Fountain Fantasy, and all of those beautiful books. The Mermaid book is one of my favorites. And actually down below you have the classic compacts. So the star-shaped ones, the shells, the squares, all of them a little bit, I at least tried to arrange them by color, so not really by set. In the middle there's the Funko Pop Polly Pocket, that's of course not vintage. And I really like this simplicity of just the compacts closed on the shelf. I don't like to display them open, that's kind of too hectic for me. I love this Fun Time clock and some of the very huge, thick ring compacts there. And down below there's more of the classic compacts, some of the pony parades, and yeah, the 3 big hearts that I have. The dark purple one is actually just a reproduction, a new one. There's more. And even the bottom shelf has Polly Pockets, but more of the open play sets, you could say. And they share the space actually with some of my vintage Littlest Pet Shops. Not my favorite display, to be quite honest, but yeah, some of the like open play sets that are Disney. So, and also the Polyville. Yeah, I'm not the biggest collector of Polyville. Just simply I don't like how they look on display, so I mainly just get them when I find them at flea markets or stuff like that. Other than with the compact ones, which I mostly all of them I got online, so this is not stuff that I found all at flea markets or something. No, absolutely not. And here we go with ponies again. So in this hanging unit you can see a lot of my favorite pony sets, the Big Brothers. You can see the pony friends that are not ponies, so there's a giraffe, etc. Super cute. The wonderful fancy princess ponies. I only have princesses from the first set, but I'm really proud of this German variant with the yellow hair of Princess Tiffany. Some of the accessories are also there. And yeah, the rainbow curls, they're beautiful, tight ringlet curls. And the merry-go-round ponies, for example, with the beautiful elaborate saddles. Yeah, you can definitely see that better from the top there. And I also have some baby ponies in there. Not a lot of people like the Betty by Eyes. I have 3 of them, so they can also shine on their own. And of course the baby pony in Pretty Pulse and the lovely Play School baby ponies. Down below you can see some glass balls with all sorts of toy brushes and combs. And here is the next big pony shelf, which has a lot of baby ponies and also the loving families. So it's family ponies and babies mixed together. This house in the back is the Lullaby Nursery. It's a Generation 1 playset and I use it for displaying a lot of my baby ponies, and they fit in there really well if you put the correct risers in there. So there's lots of the newborn twin sets, also the teeny tinies in the front, again family ponies, some mail orders also there. And I decorated everything with fairy lights, so it looks very cute. Down below there's a shelf with again more like ponies in rows, so a little bit more like straight organized, but there's the brush and grows. We have one of the sitting ponies, Bubbles, and in the back 2 of my Megan, no, 2 of my Sundance, just 1 Megan, and those beautiful like butterfly ponies there. Those are the wingers, so the summer wings and windy wings. I don't have a lot of them, but they look really sweet in the middle there. And just a couple of sea ponies, 2 babies and 1 adult. I don't have a lot of sea ponies, they're definitely not my focus. Yeah, these are custom wings because this poor pony, Moonjumper, she came without wings to me. This is actually a custom, yeah, it's a glow-in-the-dark custom, so with glow-in-the-dark hair and everything. So not a real glow-in-the-dark princess. This wonderful set is the Sunday Bests, and they still smell a little bit sweet. And yes, the Perfume Puff ponies. These huge tufts of hair there, this is what they're supposed to look like. It's really soft, like cotton candy. On one of the next shelves you can see some miscellaneous things like My Only Gem and a Holograms doll or My Only Dream Beauty, and also lots of like little fakey toys like these elephants and the little fakey ponies. Yes, a lot of the stuff glows in the dark. One of them is a glow friend, and yeah, there's also one of those elephants still in the package. Some of them are 50s, 60s squishy toys, and I have my petite ponies, and this is a Cherry Mary Muffin playset. So very lovely colors, but down below it gets pretty dark. Those are Golden Girl and the Guardians of the Gemstones, which are pretty similar to She-Ra. Yeah, those 3 are the only She-Ra dolls that were on display back then. I have added a couple more. So here's more newer pony stuff again. Actually, all of my G4 blind bags in this jar, and some Ponyvilles down there, and a little bit of Equestria Girls, just the minifigurines, so not the dolls. I do not really like the dolls, but a couple of those minifigures are cool. And the big Generation 5 styling size ponies. Couple of boxed items there, and also a couple of Funkos here. Yeah, those are the retro toy Funko Pops like the Rainbow Brides, and my very small Generation 2 pony collection. So I don't have very many, and here it actually starts with a shelf that's has a lot of different toy lines, so you were gonna see lots of Cherry Mary Muffin and Cupcake doll play sets, Peppermint Rose, those little pets from Strawberry Shortcake. There's also a pony, that's a hairdo pony, a couple of Barbie items on there, and on top of that, my big Keypers. And the last row even is lifted higher, standing on my Generation 1 My Little Pony carrying case. So this is really an aesthetic shelf where I don't put everything by toy line. It's really a clusterfuck of different toy lines. Somehow arranged by color. You can see there's lots of yellow, like Cherry Mary Muffins again, Strawberry Shortcake, Magic Meadow Pony, Keypers, the Care Bear in the back, so some McDonald's Barbies, and it continues. So a couple of fakey ponies, you can see a couple of them that I really like or rehaired are standing there. Right in the middle is not a fakey, this is a real pony, so another hairdo pony. But you see Cherry Mary Muffin, Keypers, a couple of real ponies in between. So this is the theming of the shelf, and try to arrange it by color, so there's lots of blues and purples on this one. On my couch, there are some puppy surprise, cup surprise, and one fakey kitty surprise, just because I don't know where to put it. And this is where we started, right? So let's have a last overview of this whole room. So up there, and so you can at least have an idea which shelf was standing at what part of the room. So there were the Barbies. I have a couple of more pictures on the wall. There were all my plushies, and down below more ponies. So the Rainbow Bride toys, the bigger dolls, and this is where we started with the newer pony. So you can't see that behind my lamp on the top. So yeah. So let's switch over to my bedroom, where I have a shelf dedicated to the toy lines that are a little bit more, well, considered male. So there's Star Wars, and I have a little bit of Masters of the Universe, vintage Jurassic Park Dino Riders, dinosaurs, and Street Sharks, and also an extreme dinosaur there, Mighty Max, Bucky O'Hare, and a couple of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles things. I have quite a lot of Star Wars Funko Pops, and there's more Star Wars. Yeah, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. So I have quite a big, like in my terms, collection of Star Wars 3 3/4 inch figures from all different eras. So there's vintage, there's ones from the animated series, and there's prequels and all different things. So more dinosaurs. Yes, I'm a huge dinosaur fan and I love Jurassic Park. So there's the Jurassic Park Funko Pops in between, and lots of Funko Pop boxes. I have a dedicated Toy Story shelf and more Disney Funko Pops. And up there are more boxes. So all of my Funko Pops are out of the box. Yeah, and we absolutely cannot forget about having a look at night, because you probably saw that I have lots of lights in between my shelves. So these are, I wouldn't consider them fairy lights, they're more real Christmas lights. So they have these different colors, and it really makes the shelves pop in the night. It really looks well. It gives it a really nice like color scheme at night, which is totally different to what it looks in the daylight. I love that. And my bedroom actually also has lights, but they're different. Those are the LED lights that can change color, and I have that behind the shelf, so it doesn't really show up the figurines very well, but it really can change the mood of the whole room at night, or right before I go to sleep or something like that. Yeah.
So I hope you enjoyed this maybe a little bit different tour of my toy collection. I've never done such a video before where I'm just like going quickly over it. I don't know how well I did it. If you enjoyed that video and you're not completely against a little bit longer videos, then maybe you want to stick around on my channel, maybe you want to subscribe, because I do like a lot of videos about all of these vintage toys. So I go flea market hunting, toy hunting at flea markets, and when it's not flea market season, you know, right now it's February, then I also buy a lot of stuff online, especially Generation 1 My Little Ponies. Sometimes I do complete Polly Pocket hauls. I've gotten a little bit more into Barbie, they're up there. So if you like all of those toy lines and are not completely, as I said, against a little bit longer videos, because most of my videos are a little bit longer, I tend to talk a lot, then maybe consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up. Tell me whatever you want in the comments down below if they are open, because I have a little bit of a problem with sometimes my comment section is closing down and I manually have to open it up again, and sometimes I am too late noticing that they are closed, and then you are like, oh, I can't comment. Maybe you return a little bit later and they are open, or you just don't comment. I'm also happy about a thumbs up, so thank you very much. See you real soon, and may the toys be with you. Bye!